This episode of Raw opened up with an enraged Gunther saying screw Jey Uso and saying that he is the greatest gift this company has ever received. Which, I mean, I beg to differ, but whatever. I honestly kind of thought Gunther was coming out there to berate the future greats again, but each to their own.
And I will still put you down for a 4th consecutive time.
Gunther continues by saying he's never lost control, and he was certainly in control when he was dismantling Jimmy Uso. Look, I'm sorry if this is kind of an unpopular opinion, but I'm actually enjoying this story. I feel like the build has been pretty good, but honestly, I'm fine with either man winning at Mania. If Guna retains, then surely you've got to go ahead and have him hold the title until Ilya returns, because that's a built-in story. And
hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, my sources say that'll be this time next week.
He's cooking here, brother.
And if Jey wins, then you get the Yeet Mania moment in front of a packed-out Wrestlemania crowd, and I can't see them passing up on that either. It's kind of tough to pick right now.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother. I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
I'm not the same man I was 6 videos ago, but I did see the video. No, lock in. Jokes aside, Bayley took on Liv next with Raquel at ringside in what was a pretty solid match ahead of the tag title match this weekend at WrestleMania. Which makes sense considering both of them had championship years last year, certainly no ring rust here. Also, Raquel's fit was like low-key kind of fire.
Oh, nice deep arm drag by Bayley now. Oh, nice back suplex delivered to Morgan.
Bayley was selling her knee this whole match as Liv focused on it the entire time. Then Bayley hits a belly to belly for a near fall where Raquel messes up putting Liv's foot on the ropes. And then Lyra channels all her Irish spirit and goes ahead and says, "Come here, Raquel, I'm gonna beat the feckin' piss out of you, you little bitch." Before Lyra offers up the ultimate assist to help Bayley pick up the win over Liv. And I think it's fairly obvious that I just got mad flashbacks to SmackDown vs. Raw. I'm not even talking about the game that I normally talk about. 20th. But I very much distinctly remember hearing Michael Cole be like, "And he will stop at nothing to win here tonight." That's what I just flashed back to. I was like, whoa, is it fucking 2011 again? Oh, Quite clearly, they're going ahead and solidifying this rift between Bayley and Lyra, and I'm assuming it'll lead to another IC title match again. Where, of course, you know where it's going. Ilya Dragunov is going to return Torpedo Moscow straight to bit. I just love Ilya Dragunov, man. I miss him so much. I don't know. You know. And that joke is okay because there's an agenda matches now in 2K25. Hashtag ad. Okay, moving on. Maybe on one hand, Lyra is sick and tired of everyone undervaluing her and she takes out Bayley, or maybe Bayley is sick and tired of being nice. Either way, someone is going to be sick and tired. But no, I think it is fairly obvious that Liv and Raquel are going to retain these championships at WrestleMania, in my opinion.
Tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster.
Now, I got 2 things to say. First of all, Michael, why are you moving like that one teacher from That's So Raven, spitting all over the mic? And we have a special offer for the WWE Universe. You can go to Ticketmaster.com. Second of all, the slow shots of Wingstop, the aura is outrageous. I'm just trying to figure out how this all links into Jeff Cobb being involved in the Bloodline story and going to WWE. There's got to be a link there somewhere. Oh, I got it. Maybe because he's going to go ahead and jump on a plane which has wings, and he's going to go ahead and make a stop at WrestleMania. I need help. I need serious help.
The single season record holder in wins in amateur wrestling at Duke University.
I heard Duke University be mentioned in this match, and I just couldn't help but see his face. It's a damn shame he's going to be Assassin's Creeded by Bubba Ray Dudley next week on LFG. But Julius Creed is a serious beast, and he shows it off so much in this match against another serious beast in Rey Mysterio.
Incredible move and power by Julius Creed. He picked Mysterio out of the air.
Are you kidding me right now?
I am so excited for the future of Julius Creed. He is going to be a star. I just really hope he doesn't get trapped in what scientists are referring to as the Montez Ford. Someone who should have really been a single star by now, but hasn't been thrown the ball yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of joking, like there's still time for Montez Ford. He's not finished, but also it's been years at this point. Like, someone pull the trigger or I win.
Picked out of midair again. Julius Creed, and what a counter!
One thing I noticed in this match is that it's always going to be impressive to me how great Rey Mysterio still is. The greatest mask of all time, baby. Check out the Rey Mysterio tattoo. I don't lie, I love Rey. And you know, if I was going to go ahead and give Rey the highest of compliments, I'd go ahead and say, Rey, you're a true fiend Fiend. El Grande Americano eventually comes down to ringside after Ray picks up the win and levels him with the metal sheet in his mask to stand tall. Next, we see a fantastic promo from the Viking Raiders saying they're going to war at Wrestlemania. Even though I just said Montez should have been a single star by now, equally he's been terrific in this rendition of the Street Profits. And him and Dawkins should have been facing Motor City Machine Guns at Mania, not on SmackDown WrestleMania.
Genuinely, I'm sorry, but we heard from the War Raiders.
I love the way Woods is all like, sorry, I don't understand Canadian. The New Day deliver their final words towards the Viking Raiders before WrestleMania.
Die and scream in unison, thank God for the New Day.
I hope Biggie Langston, because that's a name you can be proud of. Shout out to New Day. Shout out to the New Day podcast. I'm sad. I honestly hope Biggie comes back and throws a pancake on your hairless arse lip, you bird-chested keister. It was now time for AJ Styles versus AJ Styles brackets dark attire. It's getting a bit insane with you, Karrion Kross. You're like a walking Myrai storyline. Karrion Kross goes for a cross hammer at one point, which is countered by an Ushi Goroshi by Styles. Mamma mia!
It's off the top rope, phenomenal forearm!
AJ Styles hits a phenomenal forearm for the win, but you can quite clearly see that Karrion puts his hands behind his back and just takes it.
Oh yeah, man.
I assume this is all part of the plan from Karrion's point of view. Logan Paul then comes down to ringside, talking smack like it's 2016, and even plays a little hype video for himself.
Enjoy this piece of cinema.
Big
And I don't
deal.
want to be one of y'all. I'm one of one.
That's real cool, Logan. You made yourself a hype video. What do you know how to use Premiere Pro? Now get in the ring.
But once he does get in the ring, he hits Styles with a pulverizer, albeit with the help of Karrion Kross over there. We then see Stone Cold Steve Austin and Stephanie McMahon in a little bit of a teaser for her show Stephanie's Places.
Got just a little taste of what it was like to race in the desert with a rattlesnake.
And given the kind of content that I make and all the different wrestling like TV shows that I revisited, the Golden Era of the WWE Network, Total Divas, Stephanie's Places seems like the next thing that I should revisit, honestly, so I'll be there. Jey Uso then comes down to the ring, still with a much more serious demeanor. He's locked in. We also see Michael Cole, who looks like he's trying to fan Jey. I guess he's too hot in all of that black attire. I don't know. Anyway, he lets the crowd get into it for a while, and then also some family in the crowd was about to yeet this baby all the way into the ring. They were so hyped. Can you imagine? They were like, yo, Jey, we love you. But Jey basically says, I'm locked in, oos. Yeet. My mama's somewhere in the crowd, oos. Yeet. I'll see you at Mania, oos. Yeet. That's basically what he said.
You afraid I'm gonna whoop your ass in front of 60,000 people? Hit my music. Oh yeah. Oh.
Then before Braun Breaker can conduct an interview, he gets dismantled by the Judgment Day before we see Finn Balor against Penta, which gets off to a hot start. I think I spoke about this in a recent video, but I really do enjoy when a babyface kind of channels a bit of a heel energy. Like, yeah, Finn Balor and the Judgment Day have kind of been running amok for a while, okay? Why not, while he's making his entrance, give him a little stiff it? And when you have Penta and Balor in a match, it's always gonna slap. And also at this point, we hear Pat McAfee say shite on live TV. Did not see that coming.
The absolute shite out of Finn Balor's chest.
Braun Breaker eventually comes down to ringside and takes out all of the Judgment Day.
Breaker! Spear! Double spear!
And then turns his attention to Penta, who counters all of that and sends Breaker outside the ring before diving into everyone.
At the top rope! Takes out everybody!
We then see a fantastic native promo from Io Sky.
乗り越えなければならない。これまで倒してきたし、また倒してみせる。
We also saw similar promos earlier in the night from Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, which were also terrific. I've definitely said it before, but it is one of my favorite things about the Triple H era. Let people that are native in another language cut promos in that language and just put subtitles on it. I love that. We then finally see Roman Reigns, my tribal chief, pull up to Monday Night Raw, where he goes ahead and sees Punk and Heyman sharing a nice little moment. Punk is basically like, Paul, look in my eyes. What do you see? And Paul's like, a fire burning? No, that can't be it. No. Oh, a cult of personality. And then Roman's like, he's fucking. Then as Roman is in the ring, he says, I'm not taking that mic from you, wise man. And then he goes ahead and grabs a microphone from Stu at ringside. I don't know. I assume they're all called Stu. You know, what's up, Stu? Roman says, "Wise man, you betrayed me," as the crowd chants, "You fucked up." Roman then continues saying he feels like the only person getting screwed here is him.
You gotta figure out, why is he choosing CM Punk over you?
Seth Rollins says you gotta figure out why he's choosing CM Punk over you, and Roman says, "Yeah, you're right. Wise man, you made your choice." And then he says, "Yeah, and I've made my choice." And then he just beats the hell out of Seth Rollins. And then he also goes ahead and pushes, he shoves Paul Heyman before CM Punk comes gingerly running down to ringside. You know, he don't want to get injured right before that main event, so he was kind of, yeah, no, I care about you, Paul, but like, I ain't missing my main event. You know, it's been like, what, 10 years in the making here, so. Look in my eyes, Paul. What do you see? I'm main eventing WrestleMania, bitch. It's me. They're really doing a great job at making this non-title match feel like a main event for me. And don't get me wrong, okay? I understand that Rhea, Io, and Bianca, they deserve that main event. That story is fuego. But at the same time, CM Punk finally getting to main event WrestleMania. This right here is for us PG era kids, okay? This is for the culture. We've been waiting over a decade for this. This means something to me, man. Roman hits Punk with a spear before we get a very reminiscent steel chair shot, just like when the Shield ended, to the back of Roman, followed by 2 curb stomps to close this episode of Raw.